For a sixth time in 6 months, a House committee held a hearing regarding the rise of anti-Semitism on college campuses. This latest one, just weeks after thousands of students and pro-Palestinian protesters clashed with police and counter-protesters on college campuses across the country, including the University of California at Los Angeles, Rutgers, Harvard, and Columbia. The disruptions even caused some universities to change venues for their graduation ceremonies or cancel them altogether. The leaders of Northwestern, Rutgers, and UCLA were grilled on Capitol Hill Thursday.
President Schill, the ADL released its report card for universities' responses to anti-Semitism, and you're aware that Northwestern was the only university whose grade was downgraded, correct?
Yes, I am aware of that.
And isn't it also true that the Northwestern earned an F for your failure to respond and combat anti-Semitism, and they called for your resignation? Is that correct?
I have great respect for the ADL.
I'm not asking your respect for the ADL. I'm asking, is it a fact that you earned an F and they called for your resignation?
I have great respect for the ADL. I am sad that they gave Northwestern
But
an
it's
F.
true. You got an F. Yes.
What will be the consequences for racists calling for genocide?
Student disciplinary processes. If there's complaints and they can identify the student, they'll go through a disciplinary process.
But anything less than a suspension, in my opinion, is insufficient.
Hundreds of investigations are pending at several colleges to decide if students or staff members will face disciplinary action for their roles in campus clashes with Jewish or Muslim students. Last month, more than 200 protesters were arrested on UCLA's campus after violence erupted between protesters and counter-protesters, and law enforcement delayed its response for nearly 3 hours. Eventually, officers with the LAPD and campus police stepped in to stop the violence and eventually removed pro-Palestinian barricades and encampments. Critics have spoken out against how the chaotic situation was handled. A few days after the violence, UCLA created a new Office of Campus Safety to oversee the campus police department. Earlier this week, UCLA announced its campus police chief, John Thomas, would be reassigned to a new position temporarily in order for an investigation into campus security protocol to take place. The university also named a new campus police chief. Several colleges have also been hit with lawsuits related to students' civil rights in the last few weeks, with students claiming administrators failed to keep them safe while anti-Israel protests were taking place. At the end of the hearing, Committee Chair Virginia Fox said, "This is the beginning, not the end, of Congress probing college administrators over anti-Semitism on college campuses."
You will be held accountable for your records. Congress will not stand by while you violate your obligations, uphold Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, fail to protect Jewish students, cut deals advancing divestment, and promote terrorism and radical anti-Semitic ideologies.
Meanwhile, hundreds of students walked out of Harvard's commencement ceremony Thursday, chanting "Free, Free Palestine," after the university barred 13 students from receiving their diplomas over their participation in pro-Palestinian encampments on campus. Harvard's governing board said the punishment did not stem from the students protesting, but rather their conduct during the protest. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Lauren Taylor. If you want more stories just like this, download the Straight Arrow News app or visit our website, san.com.